When it comes to the amount of food I eat, like I said, I've eaten a lot to where after I'm done eating, I think, wow, I ate too much. I've also been in a place where I eat so little that I'm like not even midday and I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I got no energy. I'm pounding coffee. I'm pounding energy drinks just to get by because I lack the fuel to get me through the day. Okay, you hear me talk a lot about the 5 pillars of life. There's 5 legs to this whole life thing. The first one is health. And health is broken down into internal health, like what your doctor checks when you go for your physicals and make sure all your organs are working and your blood's on point and all that good stuff. That's the internal health. Then you have your mental health and make sure that you have your mind under control, your thoughts, you stay at a high vibration. Then you have your physical health, the way you look. Make sure you're strong. Make sure you're fit. Make sure you're looking fire. It's like, yeah, you have to look fire. You have to have that physique that you want. Remember, you're designing your life. You're designing the way you look. You want to be to your full potential. If you're designing your life, you got to think about, how do I want to look? You want to look sharp on all 4 corners. You want to look dope. And I think most people would say like, well, yeah, I want to be fit. I want to look good. I want to be able to wear certain clothes that fits the way I want it to fit. I want to be able to go to the beach, go to the lake, go to the pool, whatever, and be able to take off my shirt and feel comfortable with myself, because not by luck, but I look this way because of my discipline and my effort. And turning heads is not a bad thing. Getting attention is not a bad thing. You want to be attractive in the sense of like, they're so hot, I think they're so attractive. Like, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that either. But what I mean is that you want to get attention. You want to attract people's attention. The reason why that's a good thing is if you get their attention, you may lead them to ask, hey, how'd you do that? You may lead them to want to start a conversation of, how do you look like that? Then you could share your wisdom. You started living on purpose. You started living your designed life. You're going to pick up this wisdom. And now you get to offer yourself as an offering and help them develop. Share your wisdom, keep them from making the same mistakes you did, help them evolve faster. It's part of the evolution. You save them time. You save them any struggles that you have. They may find relatability to you. They found attraction to you. They found you attractive because of the way you look outside. They had enough courage to ask you. They had that relatability, that connection to say, this guy's approachable, this lady's approachable. Maybe they get to know you, they befriend you, they hit you up. Hey, how do you do it to look like that? So it's okay to look good on the outside, to have a physique that you design. And it can be whatever you design. Fitness comes out of taking care of yourself. You have to take care of this vessel. You got to take care of this thing we call a body, which our life exists through on this universe, on this planet. Not taking care of it is being ungrateful for the gift that we have to exist. So we have to take care of it. And I think one of the things that we have full control of is how we keep it on the outside. Sometimes it also has to do with how we keep our mind, how we keep our thoughts. If we're too caught up looking at ourselves in the past in a negative way, we may not take care of the outside because we use that as a coping mechanism to deal with looking at ourselves in the past in a negative way. And we lack the workouts, we lack the exercise, we lack the good food that we eat. Or if we look at ourselves in the future in a negative way, now we're all stressed out and tense, and the way we cope is maybe not exercising, maybe not eating as good as we should. This will be the result of not taking care of our outside body, that part of the health. Now, in no way do I want to come off and say that I know anything about nutrition and food. I don't even want to call it nutrition because that sounds too professional. I don't want to make it sound like I know a lot about food. All I do know is that I love to eat. I love good food, especially spicy food. I've ate a lot. I've ate not enough. I've been on good diets. I've been on bad diets. I've been on healthy diets. I've been on unhealthy diets. And I've been able to regulate, be aware of how much food I eat. And it stops there. I got a little bit of knowledge here and there where I've gone down the rabbit hole and I've researched a little bit. But all I want to do is hopefully inspire you to get curious. Inspire you to want to go Google, go YouTube. How should I eat? What kind of food should I eat? How often should I eat? For my body type, for the area where I live, with my budget, start asking those questions. I may not be able to answer those. Probably not, actually. So the only thing I really want to do is create that curiosity. Maybe you and I have a relatability. Maybe that's why you come watch my videos here or on the other social platforms. And you have that connection. I like how Albert does his thing and we kick it here. Hopefully with that connection that you and me have, I could inspire you by giving you the basics of how I eat to cause enough curiosity for you to go say, how should I eat? Meaning you. And I'm going to keep it basic, because there's no sense in me going into anything past that, because I don't know anything past basic. And that's true with all other 5 pillars, which we're not going to talk about today. Today we're just going to talk about food and how I keep it really basic and how it's helped me. How it's helped me get curious and ask about different types of food and portions and which one should lead and which one should I focus on, and what about when I get hungry, what about when I get snacky, or what about when I get tired. You start asking these questions and all the answers are out there by these awesome professionals that share all their information. When it comes to the amount of food I eat, like I said, I've eaten a lot to where after I'm done eating, I think, wow, I ate too much. I've also been in a place where I eat so little that I'm like not even midday and I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I got no energy. I'm pounding coffee. I'm pounding energy drinks just to get by because I lack the fuel to get me through the day. I've also had it to where I'm eating in such a way that no matter how much I'm working out, I'm exhausted and I'm not getting any gains. I'm not getting any bigger. I'm not sizing up the way I want to size up. I'm not getting that shape I want. Matter of fact, it's been to a point where I start losing the shape, the little bit of progress that I've made in this shape that I'm trying to create. So I knew that there was a balance of I have to eat, I have to know what to eat, and I have to know how much to eat. So the fundamental basic way where I started is sizing up my bowls. I found this bowl in my cupboard. This is part of the current set that we have. And was like, okay, this is a good size. Let's start here. The first step I took was whatever I want to eat, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner, has to fit in here. And it can't go past the top. It has to stay underneath, actually. And that's the fundamental. It started like there. And I noticed that when I was done, I didn't feel like, oh my God, I ate way too much. Or I didn't feel like, man, I'm still hungry. Or later on, I wasn't feeling tired. I had enough energy. And I knew that, okay, let's say I ate lunch. I started feeling hungry right about dinner. And then I make sure like, okay, well, don't eat dinner too soon, because then you still got the rest of the evening, the rest of the night, but don't eat dinner too late. Make sure you get that workout in if it's workout day. Now remember, I exercise throughout the day for my frequency, for my thoughts. If I have my poor thoughts, that means my vibration is low, my frequency is low. So I'm exercising continuously throughout the day. Dips, push-ups, squats, whatever I could get my hands on at the moment. So I have to make sure that I have enough fuel throughout the day where I'm not exhausted. If I feel real tired, that means I have to up what's in here a little different. Like I said, we're not going to get into that because I don't know much about that. I'm just experimenting and learning along the way. But hopefully this causes enough curiosity for you to go do the same. Go find out what foods give you energy. Go find out how they work together to give you what you need to build muscle, maybe if you want to do that, which would be a great idea and give you enough energy, but also not create the dad bod, which is not a good thing to have. There's nothing cool about a dad bod. Dad bod typically means you're not healthy. Wouldn't you want to be healthy so you could stay around for as long as you can and be a dad for as long as you can, if that's what you're calling it, a dad bod? I had it. I still kind of do, I think, which I'm still working on getting rid of it. But it's part of the process. You're making progress in the process. Measurable results. It's working. Great. That means you're onto something. Go research more and keep on going at it. But when I initially started, let's just size it up. It is impossible to eat more than this if this is all I'm using to put food in. That's where it started. It didn't matter at first what was inside. But as long as it could fit in here, that's all it took. Because I know that I wasn't going to get past this, despite how unhealthy maybe at the beginning what was in here was. But that created momentum. Once I had momentum, I knew that maybe I should research a little bit of what should go in here. Just said, I don't want to get into the details because I don't know anything about nutrition. All I know is that if it fits in here, I know that I'm not going to eat more than what can fit in here. That's a place to start. All I want is this to be basic. A thing to add to that, I switched to drinking water with all my meals. Except breakfast. Maybe breakfast I'll have a coffee. Well, I shouldn't say maybe because it is a coffee. But before even that coffee, the first thing I drink in the morning is lemon water. Water with lemon. Boom. Every morning. Room temperature or a little warm. That's how it starts off. Probably like up to there. How much lemon? Meh. A squeeze. Sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less. If it's the last half of lemon, I'm not going to squeeze it all in because I know that my other loved ones are going to want to have their lemon water in the morning. If there's a bunch of lemons, I'll squeeze a whole half maybe if I feel lemony. Hope this inspires you to get curious. Ask some questions. You could ask me, I'll share the little bit I know, or you could get on YouTube, ask them questions too.